So I quite like the RWBs. Yeah.
When you think of a 911, you think of that, don't you?
Yes.
Instantly.
Yeah.
So you've been experimenting with expanding foam?
Yes, but that was 1,500 quid.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
So guys, you got some haters though.
Some of the stuff I've done, I've had a lot of crap for, should we say.
Welcome to the Gentleman's Motor Racing Team, where we are competing in motorsport as a fun experience, and we're probably unique as most of our sponsorship is through crowdfunding from lovely people like you. Your support, as always, is hugely appreciated. Thank you very much. Well, back in the day when I decided I was going to build the Rally Mini, my mate John Cooper decided to do exactly the same but with a Mark II Escort. We basically started our rally projects at the same time. We did our bars rally test at the same time, but while I was sort of messing around trying to get this Rally Mini ready, not only had he finished his Mark II Escort, we did a season, I navigated for him, finished his rallying career, sold the car before I'd even finished this one. His current project is a Porsche 966 that he wants to make into his dream Porsche. So here we go, something slightly different. It's an interview with John Cooper, looking around his Porsche. Enjoy. Right, welcome to another episode of the Gentleman's Motor Racing Team. So, John Cooper, not the John Cooper, obviously. But
I am, I've had loads of
yeah,
these.
so let's crack straight into it. Go on, so you're chopping up a...
911.
Is it a 9? Because I don't know my history of 911s, because they go...
Yes, it is. So it's a 996, which is just derived from different 911s.
Yeah.
So you had your originals, and then they've gone up and just the numbers changed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
But it's
so
still, you look at
still
it
classed as a
it's
911, yeah.
isn't it? And so what year is it?
99.
And what the plan is to make it look like?
So I quite like the RWBs, which is a guy in Japan who does it.
The guy that has the fag and, and gets the old chop saw out.
Yeah. So that's I kind of like the style. I like the bolt-on look and all that kind of stuff which he was doing. But that's like 25 grand.
Yeah.
And
was that just for the body kit? Wasn't it?
I think that's 25 grand, and he comes and fits it for you.
Oh, okay.
You get to choose how big your arches are and blah blah, and what you kind of want. So each one's kind of individual.
Yeah.
But it's like a 4-year waiting list, and I ain't got 25 grand.
No. And I've seen it where he literally hacks the arches out and just bolts on the panels.
Yeah,
doesn't
bolts on the stuff. So that was, to me, that was, I'm an impatient git. So I couldn't wait for that, and I didn't have the money for that. And the Porsches he does them to, they're like 50, 60 grand, and he's hacking them up.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't mind that if I had the money.
No, exactly.
But,
I mean, but the thing is, when we go rally, obviously, when we were rallying your Escort, and obviously rallying the Mini, Catherine really likes like the 911s that like started to appear in stage rallying. And like one event, she went, "Oh yeah, I really like them. Yeah, they're nice." And I go, "Can we have one then?" And she was like, "Yeah." Obviously, she had no idea how much they cost and everything else. So so this had like the different type of headlights, didn't it? The normal,
the hideous things which are in there.
Oh yeah, come on, let's grab one out.
Yeah.
When you think of a 911, you think of that, don't you?
Yes.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly.
And these are off a 964, which was like a style I really liked.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And so the goal was then to fabricate it. Yeah.
To
fabricate those wings to fit.
Yeah. I wanted to make the front look older.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. And and this is off of even earlier turbo, a 930.
Okay.
So you got
genuine, or is it just like a kit type?
No, this bit was just fiberglass down to here, and it's just like a replica bumper. These still actually bolt on to the actual car. So if I wanted to put it back the way it was, I can actually unbolt these
really?
Rings. No, because the original headlight would actually come down to here.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at that headlight, the headlight scoops along here. So,
got you.
Yeah.
No, that's really nice. And that was like one of the first things you did as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just wanted to do the front end.
Yeah. And as soon as you did that, I went, it looks the part now. It really does.
So the silhouette of a 911 is generally stayed the same for years. So you can see them all lined up against each other, and they've barely changed.
And obviously you're going for that. Like, I thought it was like, no, not Can-Am. What's the... No.
Liberty Walk.
No, like a Carrera type.
Oh yeah, because they do a turbo or they do a wide body.
That's
you
it.
can get. So this is not a wide body car. It is probably a little bit wider than a wide bodied one.
Yeah.
But the front generally the same. It's just the back sticks out. Got bigger hips, should we say?
Yeah. Okay.
And now it looks bigger. And people have asked how much have I widened it by, and it's not masses of amounts. It does look more because it's not.
Yeah, it looks huge.
I was worried that I don't even know if it got out through the door yet. And that's serious. So I don't know if it's going to go out through the door. But you can get the grinder out and the wood saw and cut the garage part.
Yeah, exactly. And this is all. I'm gonna have to get the camera down. So this is all sort of. So you've been experimenting with expanding foam.
Yes.
So what's that? That's aluminium. Oh, yeah, it is. That's proper like aluminium.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. This is like alley panel. Which I'm probably leave under there actually. I might trim it up a little bit more. So I'm not sure whether I want to graft this into this bumper or bolt it on. So I might actually clean up this edge around here and then fiberglass it in so it's just one piece.
Got you, okay.
This is because I split this bumper because that was 30 mil in there.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that bit.
Yeah, so I split it because it looked, not that it looked wrong, but I wanted the bumper to come down further. And once I'd done that, I still needed more depth to it because obviously it's still got the radiators behind here. So hence I've marked this out to cut that out. I might even cut these out to let air through. And then I was thinking of making something of like a scoop, like something to go, which is split that way and split that way.
Yeah, because what's behind there? There's nothing, is there?
Yeah,
this bit I kind of get. I can imagine I could probably crack on with some of that because I like on the bonnet on the Rally Mini, it just didn't fit, so I had to like chop and mess around with it, and I was like, okay, that's all right, it's not too bad. No, but actually making like your arches, that's a whole new game.
The first bit of say like where I did the expanding foam and stuff like that, and the first like kind of shape I came up with, I hated it. And then I sat there and Googled and looked at different pictures and shapes until I was like, oh, right, okay. Well, I'll just attack it some more with some files and rust and sand and paper until I get the shape somewhere near what I want.
Because it was like you made like a real basic shape, didn't you, underneath? Oh, to catch it, wasn't it? Yeah. It was like a thing. And then you just built expanding foam on it.
Yeah, and you need to kind of do a tin, let it dry and go up, do a tin, which I didn't.
Oh no, that's right.
I went all gung ho on it.
So is it actually there's no way you can get that off the wheel then?
I think you can buy some remover, which I haven't done yet.
Okay, but it's a learning curve though, isn't it? And
definitely. I mean, if you think it's one of those things that's going to take 5 minutes, it really isn't. And unless you're one of those people who's got a good sculpting, shaping, and not.
But you didn't have a mould to start it with. That's the thing. Because the only glass fibre moulding type stuff I've done is when I was at school, we did like a half day. Boat building was one of the things. Yeah. So we go to the Isle of Wight College and we had to make a tea tray. Literally, they gave us a tea tray and you got to make another one out of these glass fibre. So we had to do the whole thing. We had to glass fibre it to make a plug. Yeah. And then you make a mould, don't you? And then you redo it. Yeah. And that's, but so to actually make something completely from scratch. Yeah,
so this still needs that rough edge taken off of it. I just wanted to see them on there. That's all it was. So, so I want to take some of this off. So the moulds are over there, which I've made, the original ones, which are red, because the red paint, which I actually put on the filler, actually drew off and come with it. I was like, wow. Oh no. But that was because I didn't wax it enough, and then I didn't use the PVA. But that one comes straight off.
Oh, and that's the side skirt.
Yeah, the side skirt. So.
But you were saying at the car club thing about how many coats of wax you got to put on. It's bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah, they're on about like 7 to 10 layers of wax.
I thought it was one.
I've not done it 100% how they've said it. I kind of got, as my usual way, trying to get things smashed out a bit quicker. But yeah, the actual general shape of that, I'm really happy with.
Yeah, I would be pleased with that, mate. That's nice. Considering it never existed before, and this is all just completely out your,
I mean, I've done like the Golf, I extended the arch on the Golf. I left the original lip on the Golf here. Yeah. And then just cut into there, pulled it out.
That's right, and then you added the steel, didn't you?
And then made some templates and added steel. Yeah. To me, that was probably easier than trying to do something like this.
Trying to make these out of steel would have been easier.
Maybe, but that's a lot of shape in a piece of steel. And it's something I want to learn, the English wheel. And that may have been...
ever, yeah.
But have I got the patience for that? Probably
that's
not.
the thing, isn't it? And the rear arches, mate, these are massive.
Yeah.
And you still reckon you want wider wheels?
Wider, yeah, the offset needs to be better because unfortunately I've had to put another spacer in there, which I didn't want to do. But I might be able to get a different Porsche wheel to fit it, but obviously when it's got Porsche written next to it and 911, they're kind of poisonous as well.
If you went wider, you'd either have to jack the car up or you're going to have to cut more of your arch out, aren't you? Because obviously wheels go up and down.
Yeah,
you know when you see people with like stance and like basically the tyres there, you don't drive like that, do you? You've got to have bags and everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're just going to rip, first bump, you'll rip your kit off.
Yeah.
So realistically it has to be, inside.
Yeah, and it's sat quite nicely. I think that's sat quite nicely. I'm happy with where it looks at the moment. It's not until you get it outside, and this hasn't been out the garage since I drove it in her. So ideally, to get it outside, you get a better look.
I was just going to say, it's quite not saying it's claustrophobic, but you can't like stand back it and go. No. So this is all removable though, is it?
Yeah, everything's. It's only just screwed on. Yeah. Once I get the colour I wanted to get some black-headed bolts, dome or something, and then replace those with that. But they're just little tech screws, which I found really handy for like putting panels together. Yeah. And I did the same with the front. Use the little tech screws all the time.
And what are you going to do with the back bumper?
Well, I've got the other piece there, which is my other mould. This was reasonable, apart from I got excited and I was heating the gel coat up to make it dry.
Okay.
So this is going to go on. It just needs a bit more trimming. So that's going on like so. Yeah. But like I say, it just needs to trim this bit off there, and then that will take it in a bit more. So once that gets...
Mate, for your first ever DIY body kit, I'm impressed. Because that's the thing, isn't it? I mean... And once you're happy with that, you can reproduce it in however make a better version and whatever.
I think once it's all done and all one colour, then if I wanted to, people have asked once I've done it, could I make them a kit? And I'm like, maybe,
but. You got a decent sized garage here, actually. It is because I remember when we went to put our MX-5 in my garage, I couldn't do anything.
No.
I went, I'll change the clutch on it, that'll be fine. I'll stick it in the garage and like, no. Because obviously we only work on the Mini and you forget, don't you?
Yeah.
So glass fibre obviously is completely new to you, but aluminium it isn't, because that's your trade, isn't it? Welding?
Building aluminium boats is what I do, like Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Working with really thin aluminium is not my...
It's the one of the thing, TIG welding is something I really want to get into, I must admit. I mean, Dean's kindly given me his old TIG welder. And I still haven't used it because I haven't got the argon yet.
Yeah.
But
and I literally ran out the other night.
Did you? But it's one of those things I really want to learn, and everyone says it's a whole new game, isn't it? It's a whole new game.
It is, because you can't see the heat.
Oh, is that what it is?
You have no idea of heat because it doesn't change, doesn't look no different.
Okay.
You'll feel the heat before you see it.
Yeah, I mean, so I used to love, say when we went to college, I used to love gas welding.
Yes.
Gas welding was lovely. So as far as using the filler rod, I reckon I'll be there.
If you can gas weld, you can TIG weld.
Okay.
You literally just got a more controlled arc using the TIG set.
Yeah.
And the TIG is, I've been taught that myself and asking people how to do it. So no one taught me how to do it straight off. Yeah. My problem is I've got shaky hands. Sometimes I can do a real neat job and other times it's terrible.
I'm the same with me, but it's my vision.
Yeah.
It's like I've got these glasses, which are my like everyday glasses, and then but if I even like arc work, MIG welding, I have to put like a cheap set of like reading glasses on.
Yeah. So stainless you'll find really difficult. Because the arc is tiny. Aluminium, the arc's massive, and it's so bright, you can see what you're doing.
Okay.
That's the only difference. I find it really hard to do stainless because the arc's so small, and it is tiny. Yeah.
So when you first started doing this, I was convinced that you were learning from this, because obviously you used whatever you could find, weren't you? From
what?
To make the mould, or plug rather.
Yeah.
You were using whatever. And I thought you were originally going to you decided, no, I'm going to make an aluminium plug, and you were going to make a glass fibre mould off of this. But it's just...
No, that is... in some respect, yes, I did find one eventually online, which fits the 996, but that was 1,500 quid.
Okay.
But I didn't like it.
No.
Because I didn't like it because of the back section, which is this section. I didn't like the way it scooped back. But at one point I thought, oh, do I just spend the money and buy that? But I thought, do you know what? I'm building stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going, no, I will continue to have a stab at it.
I don't blame you. It is a home-built car, mate. Really, and that's the beauty
this is
of it.
It's a bit extreme, and do I like it? I'm not 100% on it yet, but if I want to change it, I can change it.
That's what I was just going to say. Otherwise, you buy something, and go, I don't like it. You'd have to go and buy another one.
Yeah.
And this, you go, well, I made it, and I kind of like.
I'd have a stab at doing the expander foam and doing it out of fiberglass. Maybe it's a lot easier to form shapes when you're doing that.
Yeah.
These have been formed in here in the garage. I haven't got any special fancy tools.
No, you don't have a roller. You don't have an English wheel.
No, I'd like the English wheel stuff. I would like to learn.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's one of those things I'd like to go on a course for. You see it, don't you?
Yeah.
You can go away and do.
Yeah, and then this was just cheap off of eBay.
Yeah.
I put it in my watch list. It was 75 quid. I put it in the watch list on eBay, and then I got the offer, £65. Buy. What that'll do? Yeah, and it's only plastic, so I was a bit.
That's all right. It doesn't matter, does it?
Oh, I don't care.
No, I mean plastic's light, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the thing. And so I was watching you bend up this, and you were annealing it, weren't you?
Yeah.
Is that before you bent it?
Yeah, because if
it will crack.
Sometimes it will crack. It depends what grade of material it is. Aluminium comes in different grades.
Yeah. So what have you made this? What's the actual structure made of?
Some of it I've made it out of bar. So the top bit was now covered in filler. There's a lump of 10mm bar under here.
Yeah.
So I formed that shape up and then made some templates of each side.
Yeah.
And then pulled them in.
Yeah. So, but what material is it? What grade is the sheet?
Actually, no idea.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's about 1.5mm aluminium.
Okay.
I wanted to maybe punch the old louvers in, but I thought, do you know what? I'll raise the spoiler up and see if I can incorporate the original spoiler into it. So the only good thing about it is
so that's the spoiler up.
But there's no button to deploy it in the car. I think on this, because on my 997 there was a button.
Yeah. This one comes up at speed, doesn't it? Over 70
I think so. I think on
like
this model it comes up at speed. So I had to take the back apart and I used a battery off the old drill to deploy it. So I've still got a brake light in here. But this will get meshed out.
Yeah, I was looking that'll look all right actually behind the mesh.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And I was going to mesh it, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to have to leave it because I need paint to go in certain areas.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But I can't get that off now. It's not coming off.
Oh no, it's probably on there then. Is it?
Yeah, because I could probably get it off if I really needed to. I could get to the bolts which I put through here.
Yeah.
But the ones, there's some right in the front.
Oh well.
It got to the point where I was like, I'm just going to go for this.
Yeah.
The worst case to worst, I could have just had to buy a new lid for that.
What's the plan for the back end? Are you just keeping the bumper, standard bumper?
I think all I'm going to do is obviously got the bottom bits of arch to go on there. I might just mess with the exhaust system at the moment.
Okay.
And try and do something with that.
Put like a big diffuser on the back or something.
Yeah, so that's what it's not. There's no to do a diffuser on it. It doesn't. This bumper doesn't lip under the car.
Okay.
That's it. That's where it stops there. So to do a diffuser, I'd have to kind of build it out and then put something on. Where the underneath of a Porsche is flat.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Meow. Who's that?
Merlin.
Merlin, the cat?
Yeah.
Come on, you know I like cats. Who's Merlin?
I doubt it come in.
Merlin? Merlin? Meow.
You can often hear him crying, but it doesn't come through when I record. It's hilarious.
No.
No, because when I come home, he jumps up on my shoulders all the time. It graces me up.
So, guys, you got some haters, though?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah,
I get more hatred off of Facebook on groups.
Do you?
Yeah, and generally on the YouTube, not too bad.
Yeah.
Most of the comments are really good, and I can't complain about that. You're obviously going to get something, and because some of the stuff I've done, I've had a lot of crap for, should we say. Cutting up certain stuff, engine swapping and...
Yeah, no, but still. But that's the thing, I mean, you're always going to get haters, aren't you?
And the purists don't like what you do. I mean, to me, it's a 911, but it's not the most the liked one because of the headlights, and it's water cooled, and this was the first one where they changed everything.
Is it?
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that on the way here. I was thinking, you know, it's the same in the Mini scene, isn't it? You get people that get their Mark IV Minis or whatever, and they want to make them look like a Mark 1.
Yeah.
So they cut the back end and put the Mark 1 lights on it, they put the Mark 1 grille on it.
2 fuel fillers.
They do all of that, and no one goes, oh, I mean, there probably are some purists, but, you know, it's your car, you do whatever you want.
I think Minis have been modified for years, though. You've got your standard Mini, people are like, oh, I want some Wellers on there, I want some Mini lights, some arches, you know, and eventually they decided to do it themselves. On the last few models, they had arches and Mini lights, didn't they? Just
got to get on with it, haven't you, and build the car that you want to.
If you want to, most of my stuff has always been slightly different to everyone else's. I don't like having the same as everyone else.
Are these functional? Are they?
No,
they're
not really. There is holes, so that as that goes through, there's holes down here to let the air go into there.
Yeah.
But this is one of the reasons I still wanted to leave the vent, because you have got a cooling fan here to either drag air out or pull air in.
And then go on in, the interior.
Oh God, it's terrible, isn't it?
Well, it is, but it also. It's kind of got like it's pretty ugly, as if you know what I mean.
It's terrible. That's all you can say, Kev. It's terrible.
And you're going to put buckets in it?
Yeah, I've got 2 bucket seats and some harnesses.
Nice. And what about suspension and engine?
It has got different suspension from standard. It's lowered 20 mil. I want to say Coney's, but I'd have to get in there and have a look again.
But you don't have any big, aspirations to cock around with that?
Not yet.
Mate, I got it. But what is the plan for it then?
I know, I just wanted one. It was maybe do some bits and bobs, track days with it. I might just take it. I want to take it to some shows.
I was just going to say, it's going to be a track day, Carl.
Once I've got it all in the different colour I want, which is either going to be a purple or I've seen some olive greens I quite like at the moment. I wanted to do it a real Larry colour, so it stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
And then, to promote what I'm doing, I was just going to put my name and all that kind of stuff on it.
But you are well known for banging these projects out pretty quick. When do you reckon this will be?
I don't know, it's killing me at the moment. I kind of wanted to be further ahead on that side. But obviously, I just work on it in the evening after work. So.
Yeah, what do you reckon? How many hours a day?
I probably do 2.5 hours after work.
Do you?
And not every night.
No.
If we've got stuff on. So this week's been a bit of a mismatch. I did a little bit last night and tonight. And last night I tidied up because you were coming around, so I thought make an effort. And So tonight not really going to get much done, but this, coming around is good.
Yeah, I mean, so it's the same with me. If I can get an hour in every day, I'm really happy. Yeah. But that doesn't always happen.
No, it doesn't.
And, no, it doesn't.
But then if we do not ever take time, how can we ever have time?
And I like what you were saying about how you get bored of one bit, you just want to move on to the next bit, sort of thing. So you just give it a rest, sort of thing.
Yeah, like putting the steering wheel in gives, you did that and I thought, oh, that's good. And I've got those arches done and the side skirts done. This side, all the way up to the front bumper, almost, is all done. So I've done that piece at the bottom. This piece has done the side skirts. That's done because they're the proper parts. So that's still foam and foam and filler.
Well, this bit, yeah.
And obviously the fuel filler on the 964 would be here.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, seriously, you do. You have to put the filler there. I don't now. I've seen the car in the flesh. I'm not too sure.
No, Stinger does that. So could do that. I'd probably mess the bonnet right up.
Yeah.
But I would just pop the bonnet and then fill it from the inside. But I have still got the original ones up there, so I could maybe incorporate that. But I have seen some other options, like on the Minis.
Like the Aston cap.
Yeah, like an Aston. Yeah. Which is, I'd probably rather do that and just sink it into that wing just a little bit.
Bernie, the 1275 GT is like on massive hold while I'm messing around with the rally car. But I do like the Stinger interior. I absolutely love that. There's always like bare bones. Basic, you can see the colour. They don't have much carpet, do they? And I'm going, oh, I'd love that. I mean, it's no good for soundproofing or anything else, but I just love the look of that interior.
I mean, like I say, this will change. Get those seats out, put some bucket seats in it. It'll look so much better.
So go on then. Where can everyone find you?
On YouTube. If you want to follow the build, it's JC Cut and Grind. Yeah, and I'm trying to do a video once a week. It's hard going.
I know, I'm impressed that you do that.
Yeah, but what you see on the Sunday is what I've done during the week.
Is it? That's
literally what I've done during the week.
Thank you very much, mate.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Cheers. Well, cheers for coming around.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see it in the flesh, isn't it?
Yeah.